Today, I would like to talk to you about the principles of overtaking and how to develop your competence to be able to overtake safely. All this information can be found in the Motorcycle Roadcraft, which is the Police Rider's Handbook. Ask yourself, do I need to overtake the vehicle in front of me? We often find ourselves in situations where we are vulnerable and we feel the need to overtake to reduce our vulnerability. For example, in a line of moving traffic on an A road and directly in front there is a large HGV. Plus, another HGV is directly behind you. HGVs are often laden and require larger braking distance. In this situation, you are potentially at risk and within the braking zone of the HGV behind, especially if the driver doesn't react fast enough to hazards in front of them. Remember, all vehicles, especially HGVs, cannot stop as quickly as a motorcycle. So in this situation, considering a safe overtake at the next available opportunity could reduce this risk. Remember, overtaking always presents risks. As motorcyclists, we are always more vulnerable than car drivers. Too many serious motorcycle accidents are the result of unsafe overtakes and little regard to the risks. Other risks to consider are the layout of the road surface, other road users, weather conditions, and this means reduced visibility and stability of your machine. You have to be prepared for any eventuality by understanding your surroundings. We call this situational awareness. How do we use the system in our approach to overtaking? Well, prior to an overtake, consider a plan and use the mnemonic IPSCA. Remember, the information phase is divided into three, and we use the mnemonic TUG. That's take, use, and give. The take, use, and give phases are crucial parts of your planning. Before you begin an overtake, you should ask yourself, do I have sufficient room to return to my side of the road in plenty of time? Is my machine capable of overtaking in a safe manner? Do I have good visibility ahead of me and ahead of the vehicle I wish to overtake? Will I be causing other vehicles to alter their course or speed? What is my contingency plan if faced with the unforeseen hazard? Always be ready to abandon the overtake if you assess that other hazards are present, i.e. junctions, oncoming vehicles, prohibitive road markings such as solid white lines, and finally, the give phase requires you to inform other road users of your intentions. This is often by signalling your overtake, or sometimes, when you're in the overtaking position, a flash of the headlamp to inform you are there and preparing to overtake. Sometimes, use of the horn is justified, but consider this can be seen as being aggressive. Once you are satisfied, then continue to go through the IPSCA system. I know we all like to overtake vehicles, but what about overtaking large vehicles, HGVs? Overtaking can become harder to achieve when the vehicle you intend to overtake is large in size. Take for example a HGV. It's taller, wider and longer than the average size family car. So your observations are limited and the HGV uses more than one side of the road. So when it comes to planning the overtake of a large sized vehicle, you'll need to observe and assess the road ahead of you. Remember to take into account the following: paying particular attention to whether the road is wide enough for you to overtake. What is the speed of the vehicle you're intending to overtake? What speed are the oncoming vehicles? Is there a possibility of any unseen vehicles approaching that speed? And what distance do I require to overtake and return to the correct side of the road? When you are approaching a large vehicle, ensure that you maintain your position behind using the 2-second rule. This position is referred to as the following position. The following position gives you the opportunity to continue observations, plan and process the information so that you can adjust your hazards priorities as the overtake develops. With large sized vehicles, your observations can be limited, depending on the type of road. To enhance your view, you could maneuver your bike towards the near side of the road, remembering to use your mirrors and your shoulder check before you maneuver. This can provide you with a good view along the near side of the vehicle and highlights any potential hazards ahead of that vehicle. Remember to continue your observations by looking in the far distance, the middle distance and the immediate foreground, as well as using your mirrors. Repeat this process throughout your planning process and don't rely on observations alone. Your safety depends on correctly interpreting what you see is correct. Don't take any risks. If you're unsure, then return to the information phase and start again. Once you have planned your overtake, you'll need to position your bike from the following position to the overtaking position. The overtaking position generally means you close up the gap between you and the vehicle you're intending to overtake. It also minimises the distance you have to travel to overtake. You will manoeuvre yourself towards the centre of the carriageway. This will provide you with the best possible view of the road ahead. This also provides you the opportunity to observe the driver's wing mirrors of the vehicle in front. It shows the driver your intention, but remember, safety is vital. Something to consider when you're in the overtaking position. Your position also provides an escape route down the offside if the circumstances change. And try to avoid travelling in the blind spot of the vehicle in front. Once you are satisfied, then continue to go through the IPSCA system, remembering to use tug, and also continue with your hazard awareness. A few points to take away with you and think about when you're overtaking a vehicle. Is a vehicle a left-hand drive vehicle? If so, remember that it might not see you when you overtake, as you may be in their blind spot. When you're overtaking and you enter an area of diagonal lines, just remember there's a lot of debris that's built up, and most often punctures are caused by using this part of the road. No overtake is so urgent that you have to take risks. Avoid the red mist. Try not to get frustrated by slow-moving vehicles, and remember, you will get an opportunity to overtake them. Just be patient. When riding in groups, don't be tempted to overtake vehicles by peer pressure. Remember to use the system and don't ride beyond yours and your machine's capabilities. Finally, stay safe to ride another day.